I'm all for that. I just don't know what else we're going to do to try to figure out how to get some handle on this violence.
There is no more important personal endorsement in the country today, and I thank you very much.
Hillary Clinton testifying before the Senate Finance Committee way back in 1993, calling for a 25% tax on all gun sales. By the way, that's a position she still supports. She's made it a key component of her campaign this year, repeatedly vowing to, quote, fight gun violence. To talk about this, we welcome in from Newsmax Washington, Grover Norquist, president of Americans for Tax Reform. Grover, we really appreciate your time tonight on Newsmax Prime. It's almost as if this Second Amendment tax Hillary views as a, quote, sin tax. What was that Milton Friedman said? If you want less of something, tax it. Is there a method to her madness?
JD, that's exactly what she's advocating. At the time when she was making this comment in a congressional hearing, and the next day the White House said she's speaking for herself, so she can't claim to have been speaking for President Clinton. She was speaking for herself. And she also wanted a $2,500 fee or tax on anyone who was going to try and sell guns, the gun store seller, in order to reduce the number of people who could sell. This is a tax, a set of fees designed to make fewer people able to own guns or to sell guns, and as part of a prohibition policy.
Now, when she was testifying, I know there were some states that had concealed carry permits, but right now, 13 million Americans have concealed carry. What on earth would happen to gun dealers and gun owners with this kind of tax?
Well, it would be devastating to both gun owners. It'd make a $400 gun cost $500, and many people who sell guns would have to get out of the business, so it'd be very difficult. I think she's going to lose the next presidential election because of her very extreme position on guns, which when she said this in '93 and came to this issue, there weren't that many people with concealed carry. Gun owners were hunters, in her view, in rural areas. Today, we have hunters who care about their Second Amendment. But as you point out, there are 13 million Americans with an active concealed carry permit. Think swing states. 1.5 million Americans in Florida. 1 million Americans with a concealed carry permit in Pennsylvania. 600,000 in Michigan. 450,000 in Ohio. 250,000 in Arizona. These are people who did not exist as active Second Amendment voters, who now are used to carrying a gun with them in their purse or their car for personal safety. And Hillary Clinton says, I don't like you, I don't trust you, you can't be trusted with a gun. That's an expression of contempt for voters and offering to take away a lifestyle decision from them. This is going to shift millions of votes, and as I was just going through, in key swing electoral college cities and states, this is the next election already lost by Hillary Clinton by attacking gun owners.
Yeah, you don't want to target people's constitutional rights. G-Man, your organization has launched a website, hightaxhillary.com, in an effort to expose the former First Lady's positions on increased taxes. I understand you got a series of videos coming out. When can we expect the next one?
The next one will be out in a week or so. Watch for them. We got some good videos on Hillary wanting to tax guns. In addition, $1 trillion of other taxes on hightaxhillary.com. $1 trillion. That's just what she's put the numbers to. She's also called for tax increases that she hasn't quite told us how much they'll be, other than much.
Yeah.
Or huge, as someone would say.
It'll always hit us right where it hurts, in the pocketbook, the very last thing we need, and certainly we don't need our constitutional rights hanging in the balance. Grover Norquist, tonight from Newsmax Washington. Sir, you have our thanks. Now, you heard what the G-Man had to say. Do you agree or disagree? Why don't you send me your comments, and you can send them to me at newsmaxtv.com/comments. Up next, from Gitmo to China to Apple and the FBI, our intelligence briefing is coming up. Stay tuned.